Hello and welcome to Music for the Masses. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I am doing great. It's getting pretty hot out here in California, but it's actually been hot for a while. But for you guys that are not from the state, the weather can be anywhere from like 90s down at the beach as high as in the 90s. And if you're in the Inland Empire, depending where at in the Inland Empire, it gets well above 100, and I'm saying like pushing 120 as you get up into the high desert. So anyhow, but I'm doing great, and I've got a good video for you. So please like and subscribe, and let's start off by, what are you guys listening to? I got kind of like an oddball combo, but one of the CDs I picked up a few weeks ago was Carrie Underwood, Some Hearts. And so I've been listening to her. And then also Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti. This 2-album set is just awesome. For those of you guys that watch the channel, know that I'm pretty much a tightwad, man. I'm a cheapskate when it comes to buying music. But this is an album, what did I pay? I paid 40 bucks for it. But this was an album that I said, hey, I'm going to go buy it. I don't care what it cost. I'm going to ante up the 40 bucks. But honestly, I went to Amoeba in Hollywood, which is a huge record store. I think they have one in San Francisco as well. I think there's one other location. I'm not sure where it is. So if anybody watching knows, drop it in the comment. But I had some coupons from them that I picked up at the Duran Duran concert at the Hollywood Bowl. And so I think I really only paid like 25 bucks for it. But still, I would have paid the full 30 because I really just wanted this album in my collection. I do have the CD. But anyhow, Physical Graffiti. What's your favorite? My favorite on this is The Rover. Just a great song. And so there you go. Drop what you're listening to. If you have a favorite Led Zeppelin song or Carrie Underwood, let me know. So let's get into it. You guys are going to laugh because these two albums are like nothing at all like what I'm going to show you that I bought. But I got this nice stack of CDs for 10 bucks. And it was the same place that I bought all those cool albums from last week's video. But anyhow, these CDs are basically pretty much the majority of them are parental advisory. And so let me know what you guys think about that. You know, growing up through that era, you know, with NWA and Luke Skywalker, and as things started to get a little bit more edgy, I'm not going to lie, I listened to it. And so I can't help it. Some of this music just has great beats. I don't necessarily agree with the lyrics. In fact, as I'm older, I think it's a shame because they were great songs and they didn't have to filthy them up so much. But they did. And I have them in my collection now, which I'll probably just end up giving them away. I know a few people who are more into this than I am. I might go through and keep a couple, but I think the majority of them is gone. So let's start off. Here's one I'm going to keep, and this is probably something that may not even belong in this stack, but it was what I bought. It was part of the 10 bucks I spent. So this is Usher, My Way. It's a great CD. So Just Like Me, nice and slow jam, My Way. That's a great song. Anyhow, Usher. Next up, so this is Kid Frost, Greatest Hits. I was pretty stoked to come across this because you don't really see a lot of Chicano rap out there. You know what, I have friends that are Chicano rappers, and so I liked it. La Raza was a great song back in its time, and I think it's held the test of time. And so anyhow, when I mentioned the friends that I have, it's just a dude from Spanish Fly. I like those guys, and so shout out to them. Here's another one, Mac 10 and the Dog Pound. Some of these are they just have a couple of tracks on them, but different spins on it. So this has 7 tracks, but it's basically 2 songs. And so I think I told you it was Mac 10 and the Dog Pound, Nothing But the Cavi Hit. That's 1 song, and then Is There a Heaven for a Gangsta? So, and this one has versions, right? It has explicit, clean, and instrumental. So at least you have options on this one, right? But it's a parental advisory. Here's another one, Common. And boy, this, ooh, you know, I think my son's probably gonna like this one. Like Water for Chocolate. Okay. Dr. Dre. 2001. And so yeah, I'm not going to really get into what we all know Dr. Dre, right? So there you go. How about this, guys? Corruption. And so there's 2 sides on this. One is a West Coast side, the other is an East Coast side. So, and there's parental advisory on this. So all right, how about this, guys? The Notorious B.I.G., right? And there are so many t-shirts out there of this picture, right? But anyhow, I was really surprised to see so much mainstream hip-hop out there in CDs, because I usually don't come across this stuff too much. Here's another one, Common, BC. And this one is brand new, guys. It's not even opened. But again, explicit content. So let me know what you guys think about this stuff. Like, do you have it in your collections? You know, I have some, and I gotta say, like I said, I listened to this stuff when I was younger. But it's kind of sad. I wonder how this, you know, kind of stuff will hold up. I know, like, Ice Cube kind of strays away from this stuff a little bit. You know, he's made those movies like Are We Home Yet? And he said that he noticed, like, kids coming up to him quoting some of the raunchy stuff he said in his movies and, you know, in his music. So he, you know, he kind of went a little bit of a cleaner direction with some of his movies. Obviously, I'm sure he still does, you know, the grown-up stuff. But anyhow, let me know what you think. How about this, guys? Method Man. And it looks like it has Wu-Tang on there. At least I see the... But anyhow, and this one is called NO2. But Method Man. Okay, here's another one. Naughty by Nature. Everything's Gonna Be Alright. And that is 1 track. And then there's just different versions of that. There's like 4 different versions. So there's the LP track. Then there's the radio mix. Then there's the Everything's Okay mix. And then there's instrumental. Then also it has OPP. And it stands, OPP, for you, those of you who don't know, it stands for other people's, and then just think of the private parts of a person. But it's basically about, you know, who's down with OPP, basically who's down with, you know, taking something that's not theirs, which is basically another person's girlfriend or husband or wife. And I'm not down with OPP, but that is a great song. Not a great song, but it's just a great beat, man. It's too bad they couldn't come up with something a little bit more, you know, appropriate. But anyhow, that's what I got, guys. I got 10 CDs for $10. And let's recap it. Naughty by Nature, Method Man. We got a brand new Common, Born Again by the Notorious B.I.G., Corrupt, Dr. Dre. We got more Common, Mac 10 and the Dog Pound. We got Kid Frost, and then we got Usher. So you know what? Whether you're into this type of music or not, I think it was a great score. And just, you know, I'm always talking about the great buys that are out there. And they're for everybody, for all genres, whether you're country. I've seen amazing country finds out there. If you're into like Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and Elvis and all that stuff, I see a lot of cool stuff like that out there. So great CD scores, guys. But that's all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. And how do I leave you? Take care and God bless you.